Good morning and namaste, my friend, and welcome to Namaste Today in the Zodiac weather. My name is Christopher Witecki. I am the sensei to Sirius joy, here to stand in my heart and walk in the light. It's a pleasure to light walk with you today. I'm love casting live in 5 dimensions on this beautiful temple of Gaia on Tuesday, March 31st, 2015. And today we are manifesting the new ego because we're at step 10 of Aries. Now, there are 12 states of awareness. By states of awareness, I mean 12 states of knowing you are alive. Many of these we already talk about. Our intellectual state, what's your mental state, what's her emotional state. So culturally, we've come to separate these. Ego is one of those states, and this is the part of our soul that takes action. So today at step 10, we are crafting a new ego, which means we're crafting new behavior, which means we're crafting new character. And because Uranus is in Aries for the first time since the 1920s, we're not just crafting our own ego and our own new character, but we are redefining the potential of what man can or cannot be or will be. That's by us leading as example. That's by us trying to be the highest good when we make these choices. And by the way, I think if you're a woman, it counts even more. Because how you respond to male energy, whether or not you can harness it for yourself or you feel threatened by it or whatever, really does play 50% of the whole story, because we're all in this together, are we not? But before we talk about the depths of our new creation of our character, let's first tame our brain, shall we? With the phrase of the day. I love and trust a new life before me, and so it is. That's very simple. I love and trust a new life before me. Not the new life, a new life. It's us recreating ourselves. And I love and trust what's before me. That means when I encounter parts of it today, I'm going to love and trust. I'm not going to deny. I'm not going to fight it, especially if it really is who I am, this new life before me. And so it is, which means I'm not going to argue with myself anymore about this. I'm pretty clear, me and me, that I love and trust this new life before me, and so it is. I thought so. The serious step of the day is step 10. Now that is Taurus, and that is the Earth, in my opinion. I think Earth rules Taurus. That's why Tauruses feel like everyone is swinging around them. If you're a Taurus, you know what I'm talking about. I don't really feel like we're in a constellation. I feel like everything is swinging around us. But it also is a compound astrology sign. In fact, there's only 2 compound signs, and that's 10 and 11, or Taurus and Virgo. Now, Capricorn is also an earth sign, and Capricorn isn't compound, but Capricorn takes what is before 10 and splits it in 2, so it makes compound out of where there wasn't compound, something we're talking about actually when we get into our joy camp. So the way we manifest this is 10 only comes really twice, really only once in pure form. This is the only time in a transit where we just love and trust the overall direction of what we're doing. It is the first step, really, of the new creation, 10. So we love and trust. The love is I, 1, the number 1. So I love myself, the I, the 1, the I love. And the 10, or the 0, is to protect. And once you have protected all the way up to step 10, that protection becomes trust of protection. So it's really I protect myself, I protect what I love, I protect how I feel, I protect how I believe, I protect, all the way up to I love and trust what I have protected. And that's what 10 is. 20 is I'm feeling all that. And 20 is an emotional protection of our feelings. It does manifest in a powerful, powerful way, but not for manifestation's sake. This is the only time where our intellect, without our emotion taking over, or passion taking over, this is the only time we really truly manifest. So it's important to love and trust, and it's important to be who you really are right now in Aries. So let's take a look at the chakras. See how they're spinning up the light today. Well, we're in Aries, so it's all about red. I am. What we are. And up until now, step 10, we were really discovering what we are not, and that allowed us to focus on what we are. Now we are, right? And we are creating a new self, a new character, new behavior. And remember, what you be is what comes. So by changing your character and changing yourself, you are changing what comes into your life. Now today, orange is what lights up here as we step in the red and move forward and draw in. So it's really the 2 lower chakras that are lit up the most right now. And if you want to empower your manifestation, orange is a great way to do it, the color orange. And strangely enough, citrus, which comes a lot of times from an orange, is also very powerful for manifestation. I think it has a lot to do with the fact that it's the opposite of green, but we can go into that a whole nother time, you know, it's just an interesting thing, I imagine. So let's take a look at the cosmic clock and how things are manifesting in time. And here we are on the cosmic clock. Well, the sun is at step 10. As you can see, it's starting to get into the party and the vibration of Uranus. We'll look at that in the Tower of Truth here in just a moment. And we are also today conjuncting the South Node. I'll talk about that more in a moment as well. First, though, let's talk about Mercury, who has finally hopped the border over into Aries. Today, Mercury's at step 1. Step 1 is I love. That means our mind is focused on the heart. Thank Goddess for that. And isn't it interesting that the mind is on step 1 when the sun is on step 10? Both ones in those cases, and this is how the universe aligns. I see this kind of polka dance going on all the time with the steps. Now, the moon will move into Virgo today. It's in Leo as we begin, so we're in our high degrees of our heart then through the mid-afternoon, depending on where you live in the northern hemisphere. It does shift into Virgo. That means reality will settle in, and we are now on approach for Black Lilith. Remember, a month ago we were talking about Black Lilith, and here we are again. But I don't think Black Lilith is going to spook us whatsoever. I think in Pisces, when it was the opposite sign, it was spooking us. But I think now we're going to find that those old ghosts just don't haunt us anymore. Boring. Now, Venus is in a great spot. She is helping us manifest at step 17 today. Step 17 is where we are deciding. So we are deciding our reality, Taurus, as we manifest reality, Taurus. And the reality we're manifesting is our character, Aries. And who we be is what comes, Taurus, right? So we're very much in a very pure, fertile moment right now. And this moon in Virgo is making it even more real, particularly at the end of the day. So if things start to feel really real, just keep loving and trusting. It's like it's taking solid form now. So the sun is involved in a grand trine in fire. So as we manifest today, we're not just manifesting our character, we're also manifesting a new belief structure represented by Saturn, and we're representing and manifesting a new expression of our heart represented by Jupiter in Leo. So this is a big manifestation, one that goes wide and one that involves passion. And if you find yourself not knowing where to go, follow the yellow brick road, which is to follow the joy and follow your passion, follow your curiosities. These will lead you into this big grand trine understanding. And then, of course, Earth. We don't talk about Earth very much, but Earth is a planet, I believe, that rules Taurus, I believe. And Earth is conjuncting the North Node in Libra today. So the North Node in Libra at 10 degrees would basically say to me that God is saying North Node is like pointing towards what our focus should be. And that at 10 degrees, still in the first 10 degrees of Libra, would be pointing to our marriage, how we all relate to ourselves, which will naturally turn into a marriage with someone else or contracts or corporations or you name it, right? So today, as we are manifesting with the sun, as we are saying, I manifest this new strong character, on Earth's side, we're actually manifesting in flesh right now. Something we focused on 6 months ago in Libra, and that is a new relationship to ourselves, which of course will turn into a new direction in relationship with others. So new relationships are manifesting as a result of this little moment here today and tomorrow. The character you be right now will be characters that come in a matter of days because Earth is the manifestation. So looking at the Tower of Truth, the sun is at step 10 and conjuncting the South Node. Now, the way I interpret that is that we are shedding off the old ego. This is by creating this new step 10, the old is dead. There's not room on the soul plane for the old ego and the new ego. You will have to choose one or stay in the old one at this point. This is it. And yes, people do remanifest the old ego. That means that when all the fights come up right now and they have the opportunity to drop it or they have the opportunity to rise above it for the higher good, they dig in deeper and they get more aggressive and arrogant with this Sun and Aries energy, and they do another round with this old dumb ego. right? Now see Uranus there at step 16? The sun is in what we call orb now. That means that our hearts are starting to dynamically be ready to slingboard up. In other words, basically by the grace of God, step 16, that is like where you spiritually belong, based on open giving and receiving, 6. So when open giving and receiving happens, you have a connection to God, right? So as we make this decision, we are brought up very powerfully by this Uranus, and there may be some significant breakdown and breakthrough. The breakdowns will be things that you have said goodbye to. So the old ego will break down. Things the old ego was holding on to will break down. Mechanics that the old ego was driving will break down. So if, some old ego was making someone, drive a truck and always go mudding all the time because they're angry, I imagine that truck will break down now as the sun starts to cross Uranus. So we always kind of go up a notch. This is our official graduation of the year when the sun crosses Uranus. You ask, hey, when do we actually go up a level, or when do we spiritually go up a level? This is it. Uranus is the escalator to heaven, and you're either getting on or you're getting knocked down. And today's the day where you're creating that success or not by loving and trusting the new you, the new view of you. So in the afternoon, God Universe just slaps us on the back with step 11, okay, which is Mars at step 29, which is basically comes down to an 11. And this is where we become it. So by the afternoon, we begin to become it. And of course, step 11 is Virgo, and the moon will be in Virgo. So as the sun goes to step 11 Virgo, the moon comes along in its own way. Fascinating. I just love this stuff. So things get sticky in the afternoon. Be careful, because what you be is what will come. And it may seem minor, but the people and the events in your life right now may have significant impact in the future, even though it's a very subtle little moment where you have the choice to be the old you or the new you. See the new view. Right? So let's wrap this all up with today's Joy Quest. You like my butterfly theme, by the way? So today it is fly, butterfly, fly. That's today's Joy Quest. You just get out there and fly. I mean, with all the metaphysics and the planets and all the stuff I give you in the chakras, here's what it comes down to. Go for it. You know what I mean? Like, comes down to go for it. It comes down to, hey, just keep flying. Keep going, baby. Just hang in there, as that old cat poster would say in the 70s. This is basically what it's about. So the butterfly wings are wet. They might flitter about a bit. What do I mean about this in practicality? I mean, if you say that the new you is this way, then do it. Okay? Love and trust it as you do it. And be okay if you make a couple mistakes, as the toddler learns to walk for the first time. For crying out loud, be compassionate to yourself while you're going through the process of metamorphosis, right? I believe that's what we need to do. So you should fly. You should go for it. You should not hold back right now. Even a mistake is extremely valuable. And right now, today, you want to fly because you want to show the universe and flap your butterfly wings and the cause of effect of everything in the electromagnetic fields of Earth, that there's a new you in town, and it's time for everyone to see just how beautiful you are, even though you may be an insect in the big scheme of things, right? So today, if you're watched over in my personal sensei service, we'll be talking about what your heart is flying towards today and what you ought to love and trust, in my spiritual opinion. And at 11:11 a.m. your local time, what do you manifest naturally in life? What do you manifest naturally? So we all manifest something naturally, just like, oh, look at that. There's another one. You know what I mean? Like, and that comes from having worked very hard, in my opinion, in a past life to manifest that all the time. So now it's second nature. Right? I think a lot of what people look at as luck is spiritual talent from a past life. So I'll help you know what you manifest naturally, and sometimes it pays to start with what you know and move from there. Then at 3:03 p.m. I'll give you some insights to your keystone state of awareness when it comes to manifestation. What's the keystone state, and how can you use the keystone state to help you move along? Now, there's only 24 hours left to join SiriusJoy.me. If you'd like Witecki in your pocket and understand the magic of that, where I'm with you all day long, I don't think there's any service on the planet that will remind you 5 to 7 times a day to stay in your heart, that you're not alone, and that someone really does understand you. That's what this is about. This is what I built. So come on down and give it a try. It's just $19.95 at SiriusJoy.me. And that brings us to today's telepathy. I'm picturing beautiful flowers. But these flowers are actual funny flowers, as in Aries actors. All right, so this is an Aries actor that I'm picturing. One that makes you smile, kind of like they say flowers are God smiling. Am I picturing number 1, Martin Short, number 2, Eddie Murphy, or number 3, Conan O'Brien? All 3 funny Aries flowers. I'll have the answer in my telepathy after this. We'd like to introduce a new phenomenon called Secrets of Birthdays, the Love and Lust Report. Has your sex life gotten, frankly, boring? What does it really take to find love? I can tell you. Why are you always with liars? It's so clear. Why do you always date people younger than you? This video answers all those questions. Those 8 numbers in your birthday are like a soul security number. I can find out everything about you. Secrets of Birthdays, now available at secretsofbirthdays.com. And welcome back to Namaste Today. So for the answer to today's telepathy, I asked you, I was thinking of an Aries funny flower. Was I thinking of Martin Short, who's an Aries, number 2, Eddie Murphy, who's an Aries, or number 3, Conan O'Brien, who is an Aries? All these actually capable of making really funny characters, which is Aries, right? Their ability to create funny characters. So I sent you Eddie Murphy. Mostly because I think he's so talented, really. Got to give this man really credit. I mean, incredible talent, really. And I applaud him. And his incredible ability to create character and stay in character and create all these characters. He's an Aries that truly loves character, does he not? So, Mr. Murphy, thank you so much for making me laugh. I appreciate it. So let's move on to our rock and roll gospel. You know, love, laughter, and song. I think those are the 3 ingredients to serious joy. And today we are exploring Aries rock and roll legends, right? And today, MC Hammer. Remember MC Hammer? Can't touch this. Dun, 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 dun. That's exactly what our song is going to be. He's a Step 9 Aries, Grandmaster Aries. And actually, you know, I failed to mention, we brought up a Step 9 Aries musician the other day, and I failed to mention that I think Grandmasters are always one of the first people to do something. And I think he was the first rap, really, the first rap that penetrated the white market, if I remember correctly. It was a while ago, but yeah, we were all doing it. So You Can't Touch Us, I think, is super funny, very Aries-like. Definitely crank it up and listen to it today if you want to do a roll back into some MC Hammer time. Hammer time! But before you do your Hammer time, let's take a look at the moods of each of your brothers and sisters today. And, of course, a little extra Hammer time help. I'm going to talk about where Earth is in your chart and what you are manifesting in the background today. So as you're manifesting and trying to focus on a new character, what's going on in the background? Starting with the Scorpio, step 0. Sunny and social today for the Scorpions, but manifesting in the background, inner faith and spiritual direction. When I say manifesting inner faith, I mean check yourself out. Feeling pretty good, aren't you? Step 1, the Leos, sunny and productive today, but manifesting in the background a fresh attitude or a message. A lot of Leos live in worry, but check your mind. Not so much right now, huh? Step 2, the Cancer, sunny and pensive today. They're crawling sideways. That's their logical side. But you are manifesting in the background, actually, emotional security or new family kind of situation. So powerful stuff going on for the Cancers. They love that. Step 3, the Sagittarius is sunny and professional today, but you are manifesting social success or a new reputation out there. New business cards for the Sages. Step 4, the Aquarian, sunny and private, withdrawn today, but I believe you are manifesting in the background a new life purpose or belief about how life ought to be. Step 5, the Geminis, manifesting in the sunny, nesting, and resting today for the Twins. In fact, to give you a hall pass, you need to sleep in, take better care of yourself. I'm talking to my son, he's a Gemini. But hey, manifesting in the background, your heart's desires are starting to stir or a creative project is taking off. Step 6, the Librans, cloudy and spiritual today on the planet. You're going to start moving into some old fears, old karma right now, Libra, just so you know. But manifesting in the background is a new strength and a new character if you haven't been looking. Step 7, the Pisces. Sunny and sentimental today in their lives, with the moon in Virgo especially. But manifesting in the background, new inner trust, which is big, right? Fishies can be very kind of squirmy. That's the best way we'll put it. Could you see my heart searching for the nicest word? But you are now strong, aren't you? Jellyfish, that's it. Sometimes there's a jellyfish part of the Pisces, but now I think you're finding that you are a lot more transformational and you have strength to endure, and that's a big deal for the Pisces. Capricorn, step 8, sunny and pensive today, but manifesting in the background a new career future or changes in the career that you've wanted to have for a while. Then the birthday Aries, happy birthday to you. Sunny and sensitive to you today, though I think you're feeling a little bit of a heebie-jeebie in the body. But if you have or have not noticed, you're manifesting in the background a new relationship, maybe with someone romantic, or at least a marriage change, a true new relationship with yourself. Gosh golly. Step 10, the Taurus is sunny and childlike today, and manifesting in the background a new lifestyle or ritual. That's true. To me, it's always a work in progress, though. Step 11's the Virgos, sunny and cool once the moon moves into their sign, but manifesting in the background new self-confidence or new ability for finances. So keep a lookout for that, Virgos. So moving on to our Lightwalker parade. First of all, if you're on YouTube, please be kind and do subscribe. We thank you ahead of time. And on Facebook, you can be our friend by going to soulgarden.me, take you straight there. And you can join our email list and also look at my readings for sale and other things at soulmark.me. And this is the last 24-hour period. I'll open it up to join again in 30 days. But if you'd like to have Witecki in your pocket and some text messages to keep you happy every day, give it a try. Come on down to SiriusJoy.me and make sure you're ready to have your time of birth, SiriusJoy.me. Not sure what that was, my Arkansas background. But make sure you have your time of birth and whatnot available because it's based on the precise information of your chart. And Modern Mommy's released a new episode. The ladies are at it again. They're talking about kids and sunscreen. So take a look and see how the ladies are there to help you with your children and even your skin. Everything and more is available at soulmart.me, but the mothership is soulgarden.tv. Been around for 9 years now. Step 9 Aries, 9th year, and I'm a Step 9 Taurus. So this is our 9th year. I feel it's a special year. Thank you so much for helping me make it special. I'll be back in 24 hours with more. Stay in your heart, love and trust who you are, and remember to, yeah, that's right, remember I love you, and live, love, be.
This is just so ironic.